And now it's time for Mork Zero and Friends Halloween Happenings 2, our second volume in JPN Ted Halloween. Join us as we present Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is show 8764, presenting Mork Zero and Friends Halloween Happenings, and we are having a great time. But first, let me tell you my rules and advice for a safe and scary Halloween. Don't go without your parents. Don't accept any apples, popcorn, or cookies for treats. Don't eat all your candy in one night. And don't play mean tricks on neighbors. Here's my list of do's. Do watch out for traffic. Do carry a flashlight. Do walk together. Do remember to say thank you and happy Halloween. And don't forget to have a good time this Halloween. What would be better than a scary song? But anyway, I'd like to start the song with this immortal classic. One thing that delights audiences for a long time. What Frank Sinatra called the dumbest thing you ever heard. And Elvis, yes, the king himself, called the rap song as amazing. So if you're out there, Elvis, I'm still here. I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash, he did the mash. It caught on in a flash, he did the mash. It was the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the mash. They did the monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. You caught on in a flash. It's not a mash. It's not a monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking over digging sounds. Igor on chains backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with a local group. They kept a fight. It is the mash. It is the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. It's not a mash. It's not a monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "What happened? I got the rain twist. It's not a mash. It's not a monster mash. The monster mash. It's a graveyard smash. You caught on in a flash, and it's not a mash. It's not a monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drax apart the band. And my monster mash is a hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you, and you can mash, and you can monster mash, the monster mash, into my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash and do the mash, and do the monster mash. Good! Easy, Igor. You impetuous young boy. It's not a mash. It's not a mash. And now I'd like to have drop a single song you do. It's Stirring the Brew.
Stirring and stirring and stirring the brew. Ooh, ooh. Stirring and stirring and stirring the brew. Ooh, ooh. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe.
That's very good. And now, we'd like to present this year's Halloween Classic. And you're invited to partake in this little experiment. You see, we are presenting Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Please, it might be a bit too intense and a bit too scary for some people. We ask that if you're too nervous to see this, please leave the theater. You see, Dr. Jekyll is a philanthropist and physician, loved by all, and Mr. Hyde is utterly loathsome and plunges into all manners of evil. You see, Dr. Jekyll created a potion that, well, we're ready to begin.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson.
Every man is truly two beings, cursed with the struggle of good and evil within him. What would this duality be like, separated, each part living alone, the good companion, and then the pure and outly evil of a man? That you, Poole?
Yes, Dr. Jekyll.
Come in, come in. Did you get the salt?
Yes, sir. Finally, sir. But only 3 pounds of it. It was all the chemist had.
Good. It will suffice. Thank you, Poole.
Anything else, sir?
Oh, no, Poole. Good night.
I beg pardon, sir, if I may ask. Is the experiment nearly done?
I think so, Poole. This time, I think it's really nearly done.
Ah, splendid, sir. Cook would be glad to hear it, too. That's good to hear.
Good night, good night. Yes, and a gram of salt. Now. Oh, where's your courage, Jekyll? Drink it. Drink it. Here, in the mirror. Your face. Your face. The essence of evil within you, growing before your eyes. There's breath in your other half, Jekyll. You've given him the miracle of life. The essence of the hidden evil in a man, Dr. Jekyll. The miracle of consummate evil come to life. The hidden soul of Jekyll. I am Mr. Hyde.
That night, like a shadow from an evil place, a stooped figure walked alone in the London streets. About him was a feeling of deformity and decay. He had come from the by-street door of Dr. Henry Jekyll's house, from his laboratory. And it was this same door he entered again when the first light of dawn dispelled the night. But during the day, the house and the laboratory were quiet, while the master slept. That evening, Mr. Utterson, the lawyer, stood before the bright fire in the library. Dr. Jekyll had
This plan is preposterous, Jekyll. I am your lawyer, yes.
There's nothing to be so concerned about, Utterson. Edward Hyde is a new friend of mine. I want to be sure he's provided for in case something happens to me, that's all.
But nothing's going to happen to you. How could you just disappear, as you've stated in this testament?
Oh, now, how could I know that, Utterson?
Well, it's strange, Jekyll, but if this is the way you want it...
Hyde has captured my interest, Utterson. His well-being is the one thing uppermost in my mind. I want to be certain, in case something does happen to me, that Hyde will be financially secure to carry on.
I see. Well, all right, Jekyll, as you wish. The will be ready for your signature in a few days. I'll bring it around myself.
Splendid, Utterson. Now, what about that spot one?
Thanks, no. Dr. Lanyon's expecting me. He was only asking about you the other evening, Jekyll. We see you so seldom these days.
Well, I've been rather hard at it in the laboratory. Sure you can't stay?
Another time. Good night, Jekyll.
Good night.
Wonder who the devil this Edward Hyde is.
Mr. Utterson was the first of many Londoners who were to wonder about the hideous spectre-like Mr. Hyde, who were to fear the shadows of night because of him. One evening, nearly a week later...
Help me, sir! Help me!
Here, you fellow. What's the matter?
It's a monster, sir. He struck me with his cane. Help me, sir, please.
There. Nobody's going to hurt you. Now, where is this monster you speak of?
He was right behind me, sir. All the way from Pleasant Street. Look, there, under the corner light. You'll not let him come at me again, will you, sir? Will you?
No, my lad. No harm will come to you.
Oh, sir.
He's seen us now. Wait. By George, it is a monster.
Look, sir. He's making for that doorway. The small one in the shadow. Just there.
So he is. Hey, there, fellow. Wait a minute there. Oh, my lad.
But, sir, don't let him.
It's all right now. Don't be afraid. You there. Did you strike this child?
If the ruffian molests me again, I'll strike him again.
What kind of a devil are you?
There's no gentleman that wishes to avoid a scene. It was an accident. Maybe this pound note will ease the boy's pain.
Oh, no.
Take it back.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait a moment. And this door. Isn't this Jekyll's laboratory? You must be Mr. Hyde. I'm an old friend of the doctor's, Utterson, in Bond Street. You must have heard of me. I was just on my way to see Jekyll.
How did you know I'm Mr. Hyde?
Oh, we have common friends.
Who are they?
Jekyll, for one. Come, let me see your face, Mr. Hyde. How else shall I know you when we meet again?
We shall not meet again, Mr. Utterson.
Now, so that is Hyde. Now, my lad, run along. I've got a call to make.
This house, sir?
Yes, but at the front door. I want to see if Mr. Jekyll's in. Now, my lad, you run along home, and don't let me catch you out on the dark streets like this again.
Yes, sir, you won't, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mr. Utterson.
Dr. Jekyll home, Paul?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Thought you would be here at this late hour.
Most generally he is, sir.
I just saw that Hyde fellow go into the laboratory door. Is that right, when Dr. Jekyll's away from home?
Quite right, Mr. Utterson. Mr. Hyde has a key.
Your master seems to put a great deal of trust in him.
Yes, sir, he does indeed. We all have orders to obey him, though we see him seldom. He mostly comes and goes by the street door and at night, sir.
Well, tell Dr. Jekyll I'd like to see him as soon as possible and give him these papers, will you, fool? I was talking with him about them a few days ago.
Yes, sir.
Good night, Paul.
Good night, Mr. Utterson. The sword, Mr. Hyde. Hurry. Yes, it will. Pour the powder in slowly. Now, drink it now. Look, the strength of God, Mr. Hyde. The triumphant strength of God. What a face. The terror of your eyes unclouding. The straightening of your crooked, evil soul. The masking of an ugly idol in the glass. It's the last of you, Mr. Hyde. You'll never exist again.
That's you, Dr. Jekyll?
Yes, Pooh.
I'm so sorry, sir. I just told Mr. Utterson that you were not at home.
I came in by the laboratory door, Pooh.
But Mr. Hyde, sir...
Mr. Hyde is gone.
Oh, I see. Mr. Utterson left this paper and note, sir. He asked also to see you as soon as possible.
Thank you, Pooh. Put it there.
Shall I bring you some chocolate, sir?
No. No, I'll go to bed. I'm very tired, Pooh. I've been alone too much lately. What do you say to my taking your advice and having a dinner party?
Oh, that would be like old times, sir.
And we'll talk it over tomorrow.
Splendid, sir.
And, Pooh, I don't think Mr. Hyde will be back again.
Good evening. Come right in, sir.
Dr. Lanyon and Miss Julie, come in here.
Well, Jekyll, good to see you out of that shell after all these months. This isn't going to be one of those stuffy dinner parties, is it?
Pay no attention to him, Dr. Jekyll.
Captain Colt, Dr. Mann. Oh, yes, Fool. By the way, Jekyll.
Yes.
This is your walking stick, isn't it?
Why, so it is.
You went off with mine the last time you were over. Left yours.
Did I? I'm sorry. Look for Dr. Lanyon's cane, will you, Pooh?
Yes, sir. Boss, I'd rather have this one. I'm fond of canes and sherry. The little dog's head is nicely carved.
Probably perhaps we'll arrange a swap someday.
Well, Dr. Jekyll,
Oh,
good evening.
good. Sir Andrew. Hello there.
Where have you been hiding all these weeks?
Hiding? Right here, Sir Andrew, right here.
Well, we've missed you. Mrs. Fielding's dinners aren't the same without Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, thank you,
I must
sir.
say, it's good to see you, Jekyll. Well, not evading me this time. Been trying to see you all week.
Why, something on your mind?
Not here, little fellow. Come along. We can steal out a few minutes before dinner.
Well, only a few. I've got a house full of guests, remember. Look, there's nobody here. Sit down. By the fire.
My word. It does look like you've been working.
Well, it takes a lot of equipment for chemical experiments. Now, what's up?
You should know without asking. That will, of course.
Oh, that.
I don't like it, Jekyll.
You never did.
And especially since I've met your Mr. Hyde. He's a fighter fellow, Jekyll. The other night...
Let's not talk about it, Anderson. It's not as you fancy. I can be rid of her the moment I choose.
What's the matter?
I was just going to say, let's leave the will as it is. And will you promise me one thing?
What's that?
I still take a great interest in Hyde, and I only ask for justice for you to help him if the time comes when I'm no longer here.
The whole thing's preposterous, but... Yeah, it's a promise. I'll do my best. Well, look here, Jekyll. Are you ill?
No. But
Your face, man. Your face.
don't look at me, officer.
Jekyll, wait a minute.
He saw you, Mr. Hyde. Man. Let me alone. Let me alone. You've got to die and stay here forever. You're afraid, Mr. Hyde. Afraid of him. Can you kill the strongest horse in the world? You've got to have the strength of Hyde to murder the inordinate strength of Hyde. You can kill me, Jekyll. The good in you can never kill. That will never die. Not as long as you can live.
Our story continues after this brief pause.
That felt good. Hi, I'm Ted Harris of JPN Ted Productions, and this is the Genghis next to my con, John Paul Gomez. Here at JPN Ted Productions, we believe in a stressful way to bring meaning to the world, and we have converted our format to a movie format also. So, this is wonderful. Our movies are about $10 a person, starting with the introductory video to Uncle Scary, which is Uncle Scary Sideshow Horrors, only $22. And you can order a transcript of Campskip 1999 for $15. And we'll happily donate $10 of proceedings to the charity of your choice. Also, so you can learn lots of other things, such as the fundamentalists of Muppets, and the fundamentalists of Jim Henson, and the fundamentalists of many other people. So call today, 610-566-6347. We're available Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and the stores open on Saturday, and the store is closed on Sunday. Anyway, hope to see you. Right, John Paul? Right. And thank you for choosing JP&T Productions, your service.
And now, back to today's short story.
That hideous creature we heard about, man. That Mr. Hyde. I just saw him kill a man. There, in the street, just outside. I screamed and he looked up at me like a wild man he was. Oh, no, go on there, Miss Sue. Anna, get yourself in hand.
What's going on here?
Nothing on the street, Father. You're going to go out and see what happened. Oh, the creature was about to come up to the balcony, Dr. Lanyon. It was stooped and hit you.
Put her on the bed, Julia. I'll be right back.
I've just been sitting here peaceful like watching the moonlight ever since you and Dr. Lanyon came back from Dr. Jekyll's party. And the white-haired gentleman came along. And this monster. Oh, it's all right, Hannah. And the white-haired gentleman just asked about the boat. And this monster struck him with his cane. And then kicked him again. It was that Hyde monster, Miss Jewel. Where'd he go? When I screamed, some people came out from the houses and he looked round like an animal and then ran away. Oh, he might come back, Miss Julia. And don't let him come back. Don't let him come back.
Yeah, get back there. What's happened?
The poor blighter, such an old man. He's been murdered, Dr. Lanyon. Good Lord. It's Sir Andrew Carew. Looks like he was on his way to the post and some madman attacked him.
Here, you. Call an officer.
Already been called. Look at this.
What is it?
A walking cane. What the murder was done with, most likely. It's broke plumb in two.
Here, let me see that.
Heavy sort of cane. He's do a murder with that.
How terrible. Some maniac's done this.
That's Mr. Hyde we've heard so much about, and some folks have seen. That's who's done it.
Cherry cane with a dog's head carved in the handle. Why, this is Dr. Jekyll's.
Doc, come let me have a room. In a room, quick. Yes, right away. And I want to know Mr. Jekyll's immediately. Will you register? The time I can. Give me a ring and send me a message quick. But I got a phone. Just put these fingers around your throat, or will you do as I say? Yes. Sam, show this gentleman up to 210 and wait for the note he wants delivered. Oh, my word, fingers around my throat. Oh, my God, it really meant it.
I cannot impress upon you too strongly the importance of this note, Dr. Lanyon. You have been a dear friend, and now my life is in your hands. Go immediately to my house. Poole will admit you. From my laboratory cabinet, remove the fourth drawer from the top, with all its contents intact, and take it to your house, where a man will present himself in my name at exactly midnight tonight. You must not fail me. Henry Jekyll. What an extraordinary thing. Well, I've done as Jekyll said. Now we'll see. Oh, right on the dot. Who's there? Are you from Jekyll?
Yes, that's my name.
You got it. I have, but look here.
We'll have the drawer.
It's in my study, through that door there.
Where is it?
There, on the table.
A graduated glass.
On the shelf beside you. But what are you going to do?
I'm going to perform a miracle.
Now look here. Jekyll didn't say anything about it. If this is some fiendish thing Jekyll's cooked up, I'll be no partner to it. Who are you, anyway?
Look at you, Dr. Lanyon.
Answer me. Who are you?
You've already guessed that, haven't you? I am Mr. Hyde. Hyde. Your curiosity great enough to watch me drink this potion.
What are you talking about? Get out of here, you devil!
If you watch me, and new knowledge will be open to you, Dr. Lanyon. And in this room, this instant, your sight will be blasted by a prodigy that will stagger the unbelief of Satan himself.
You're a madman. Get out of my house.
Now, watch, Dr. Lanyon. Now, what?
Heaven's name.
It's you. Good man before your eyes. Now you see why I hid myself away all those weeks, Dr. Lanyon.
Jekyll. What are you saying?
At first it took a strong draught of the formula to bring him to life. Weeks ago that was. But now he's too strong. Now the Jekyll you see before you hasn't the power to keep him back. 2 hours from now, Dr. Lanyon, I'll be Mr. Hyde again. And no strength of my will can stop it.
Jekyll, you're mad. Leave me alone.
More of the powder, Dr. Lanyon. In heaven's name, don't you see? You've got to find more of the powder. This is the lot for me.
Jekyll, have mercy. Let an old man alone.
Give him a gift to it, Dr. Lanyon. Who got the powder for me? The shop where he got it has no more. It must have contained some impurity that did the trick. You've got to help me find out what that impurity was. Dr. Lanyon, you've got to help me murder this evil Hyde in my soul.
Jekyll.
Oh, my son. Dr. Lanyon. Dr. Lanyon. Wonder of your miracle, Dr. Jekyll. You have killed him. The one man who could save your life is dead. Oh, God bless you, Mr. Anderson, for coming so quickly.
Oh, what on earth's happened, fool?
I'm sorry, afraid Dr. Jekyll's been murdered, sir.
What? Murdered?
Come with me, sir. Don't make a noise. We mustn't be heard.
But where are you taking me?
Here's a candle, sir, to Dr. Jekyll's laboratory. And if by any chance he asks you in, don't go, Mr. Anderson. Don't go.
But how could Jekyll be dead?
Quiet, sir, I beg of you. You see, he's been in the laboratory all day, and he won't come out. And every time I look, wait till you shall see. Here's the door.
What is it?
Mr. Anderson, sir, asking to see you.
I can't see anyone.
Yes, sir.
Fool, that isn't... Well, that doesn't sound like Jekyll to me.
No, sir, I'm glad to hear you say so, because, Mr. Anderson, whatever is in there cries to heaven for help and waits and so.
What are you driving at, fool?
Well, sir, it all began early this morning after they found Dr. Lanyon dead.
Yes, I saw it. Such terror in his face.
Well, sir, it was sometimes Dr. Jekyll's way to leave orders on a sheet of paper outside this door. And since early this morning, sir, we've had nothing else except notes of the closed door and food left outside to be smuggled in when nobody was looking. A dozen times, Mr. Anderson, those notes were sent me flying all over London to wholesale chemists for a certain powder. But every time, soon after I brought it back, they gave me the paper telling me to return it because it wasn't right, sir. And this drug, sir, is wanted very badly.
Then maybe it is Jekyll, fool. Maybe...
Oh, sir, do you think I didn't know my master after 20 years? That thing in there, Mr. Anderson, had done away with Dr. Jekyll.
Then who do you think it is in there?
I give you my Bible friend, Mr. Anderson. It's that monster, Mr. Hyde.
That's what I thought. Come on, we've got to break in.
Yes, sir.
We need an axe, something to find the door with.
I have the tools here. I've also taken the liberty of sending a footman with a boy around over the by-street entrance just in case. And I have a gun here.
Good. Can they catch him if he tries to escape?
They can, sir. Here's the axe.
Here, hold the candle.
Right.
I'm going to knock first.
Right.
Mr. Hyde, will you let me in?
I can't see anybody. Go away.
If you don't open the door, I'm going to break it down.
Officer, in heaven's name, have mercy. Leave me alone.
Stand back.
If you let me in, I say!
We're coming in there, Mr. Hyde.
No! You break down the door, I'll sue you. You hear me? I'll sue you. No! It's Anderson White! I'll unlock the door.
Give me the gun, fool.
The door's unlocked. Open it and come in if you dare.
Stand behind me, fool. I'm going to push it open. Oh, it's the monster. Mr. Leveson has got a knife. Stay back from us, Mr. Hyde.
Here you see, evil incarnate, Mr. Anderson. And murder is my forte.
So you have murdered Dr. Jekyll?
Because he wished me dead. Now both of you shall die.
Yes, sir. Stay back, Mr. Hyde. Look out.
Now.
Is he dead, sir? He's dead, fool. Then we must find Dr. Jekyll. His body must be here somewhere in the laboratory. Wait. Look. His face. It's changing, sir. It's... You're looking at the shell of an evil soul, fool, dissolving, turning back to the form of its creator. But it's Dr. Jekyll. What does it mean, Mr. Leveson? It means the evil man is dead, fool. For here lies the better half of his duality, triumphant.
Alright, a good cast is worth mentioning. Worth repeating. A good cast is worth mentioning. Featuring Dr. Lanyon. And of course, Poole. And Anderson. Harvey Apple Monster as Mr. Hyde.